We've got some questions as to what are a few of your top priorities once that you get elected?
Well, we have a government that has almost doubled its spending since Jay Inslee took office, right? It's gone from about $30 billion a year to about $60 billion a year under Jay Inslee's watch. And that is because he and the people that he appoints have a mindset that government has all the answers. All we have to do is get more money from the citizens and from our businesses, and government can fix everything, right? And let's build up this government. That's not the answer. The answer is to get government back within its means, back within the constitutional guidelines. That's what the Constitution is. The Constitution is the rule book for our government. That tells the government what it can and can't do. It doesn't tell us what we can and can't do. The Constitution is restrictions on our government. And when we get the government back within the confines of that rule book, the Constitution, then we have a government that protects everyone equally, all across the political spectrum, whether the person is a Democrat, independent, or a conservative. The rule of law protects everyone equally. It doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter your sex or your orientation or your income or your education or how old you are or how young you are. Everyone is protected equally under the law. And that's the problem that we have right now, is Jay Inslee is not acting within the confines of the Constitution. You know, when it says in Article 1, Section 1 of the Washington State Constitution that the power is inherent in the people and government is there to protect citizens' rights, right? That's not what Jay Inslee's doing. Jay Inslee's dictating to us who's going to work, who's not, who's going to go broke, who's going to continue to work. That's not how you govern a free state. And then you look at Article 1, Section 7 of the Washington State Constitution, that no citizen shall be disturbed in their private affairs. That means what it says, right? And every public servant, including Jay Inslee, has taken an oath of office to uphold and defend the Constitution of the state of Washington, as well as the federal Constitution. He's not doing that. So when we get that government back within the confines of the Constitution, you have someone in the governor's office who's going to appoint people to the department heads who have that same mentality that government is there to serve the citizens, not the other way around, and that we need to abide by our oath of office. Then you're going to see that money that's taken from the citizens and from our businesses is going to shrink, not continue to grow like it has doubled over Jay Inslee's 2 terms.
You know, there has been a tremendous, our economy is just destroyed because of this entire handling of COVID. What are you going to do to bring back small businesses and the Washington economy?
I'm going to get government unentangled from our businesses and our daily lives, right? 35 years we've had Democrat control in this state, and here we are right now in 2020, seeing the end result of 8 years of Jay Inslee. You know, that there are so many regulations that it's not even funny. And those are regulations that are put in place that aren't passed by the legislature, our representatives, right? They're put in place by administrators in every department. It's called the WAC, W-A-C, the Washington Administrative Code. And they're put in place. They're restrictions on businesses. And for far too long, we have had people in running these departments that think it's their job to just continually add to these regulations. And so we have regulation after regulation just piling on. And I know, as a small business owner for over 20 years, you know, I know that it's difficult to have a business in this state. This is not a business-friendly state. It's not a family-friendly state. All you have to do is look at the sex ed bill that Jay Inslee signed into law. But we need to reduce regulations. We need to reduce the spending in this state. We have to reduce the amount of money that's taken out of our businesses and our families and the hardworking people in order to fund this big bloated government. We have to reduce that. There's no other answer. It just has to be done.
So gas taxes, our prices here in Washington State are high. And the bottom line is it's not necessarily the cost of goods that makes it high, it's the taxes. Anything that we can do about the gas taxes? I mean, I know the legislature kind of handles that, but would you support reducing gas taxes?
Yeah, every tax in this state is high. Just look at the B&O tax. We need to reduce all of the taxes, and absolutely, I am for that. We need to reduce the spending, which will allow us to reduce taxes, including gas tax, property tax, B&O tax, all of them.